A highly anticipated game, guys, that's going to be coming out at some point in the foreseeable future is Starfield. This is a game, guys, that of course is going to be coming to us from Bethesda, and apparently it's supposed to come out before Elder Scrolls 6, which is also very highly anticipated. And so I wanted to take this moment in this first segment of the show today and talk about everything we know so far about Starfield. So let's talk about it. In an article, guys, that was written by Tom Sr. of PC Gamer, Starfield is Bethesda's first original RPG in 25 years, and it's set in space. That is, almost everything we know about this mysterious project with the studio has been talking about internally for a decade. There are a few minor details to be gleaned from comments Bethesda has made. Other than that, the latest we've heard on Starfield is Todd Howard telling everyone to be patient. So, when is Starfield's release date? The release date hasn't been announced yet and don't expect it anytime soon. Bethesda released Fallout 76 in late 2018, and Todd Howard hinted to GameSpot that the game might not ship on this generation of consoles. So basically, guys, I think what we can take from what Todd Howard is stating is that this is a game that has been very anticipated for a number of years now, and it's probably been in development for a while as well. Kind of gives me the question mark that has Starfield seen a lot of delays due to development hell, or has it just had issues like creative differences? Has there just been, there could be so many different things that have been holding Starfield back from getting a release sooner. And so I think part of what we could look at is that the recent, with Fallout 76, when that came out, it got a ton of backlash. Maybe Todd Howard and Bethesda are thinking, look, let's take our time with Starfield. Even though we have already been taking our time, let's even take our time even more so now because of the backlash we got from Fallout 76. So look, guys, here's what I would personally think is that since this is a game that's going to be coming out before Elder Scrolls 6, we're probably looking at, we're going to hear more either later this year or, next year, which would be, of course, 2021. And the game will probably come out in 2022. I feel that they're working on Elder Scrolls 6 as well. So both of these games, they want to bring them out, guys. I mean, obviously, these are going to be two real heavy hitters for them, especially Elder Scrolls 6. But before E3 of 2019, Todd Howard cautioned during an interview with IGN that although Starfield is Bethesda's priority rather than Elder Scrolls 6, which we are also eagerly awaiting, fans will need to be patient. So I'm saying, guys, like I said, probably a couple more years until we get our hands on this game. Now, is there an official Starfield trailer? Bethesda's E3 2018 teaser trailer is all we have seen of the game so far. It shows the sun cresting the atmosphere of a desert planet, and it shows a space station. The rugged design and solar panels imply a realistic sci-fi tone more akin to Gravity than Mass Effect, which I'm really excited about, guys. I mean, even though it kind of was one of those trailers similar, a teaser trailer similar to Elder Scrolls 6, I'm still pretty excited about it. It gets me excited because it's going to be like, a space type of movie, a game that I think that we're all going to really become accustomed to in a way in which it feels like it's probably going to be pretty open world. And I mean, look, this has a lot of potential. I think that's at the end of the day what we can kind of take from this is that this has a lot of potential. I'm excited to see more, of course, as we, get closer to the game launching. And so obviously, guys, E3 2020 got canceled due to the pandemic going on. So obviously Bethesda is not going to be able to talk about Starfield there. Starfield has apparently been in development for years. There isn't a release date yet, but Todd Howard says that the project has moved out of pre-production and is currently in a playable state internally. The teaser shown at E3 2018 was mostly designed to give us a sense of the game's atmosphere. In an interview with The Guardian, Howard says, "We've been talking about it for a decade. We started putting things on paper 5-6 years ago, and active development was from when we finished Fallout 4, so 2.5 to 3 years. So look, when you hear that, guys, they're pretty far in development in this game, obviously. But I do think that there may have been a development hell for Starfield at some point or another. I just think we would have seen more at this point from a game that's been in development for up to like around 3 years. So in my opinion, I think that we should be hearing more about Starfield, sometime in the very foreseeable future. But it does feel like this is a game that could have went through some development hell and some creative differences and things of that nature. Now, Starfield has Bethesda's DNA, but it'll have a lot of new systems. So guys, this kind of, one thing that this reminds me of is Starfield kind of seems similar to me as like a Fallout game, but more like, you know, set in the future and like on a space station, like different, you know, planets and things of that nature. Maybe kind of like Mass Effect, but kind of Bethesda's Mass Effect, or kind of like a Fallout that's like very open world and such, but just, you know, different like space stations and very sci-fi. Everything we know about Starfield so far is leaking out in bits from interviews with Todd Howard. On Eurogamer, Howard was pressed on whether Starfield will be a Bethesda game, studio game, in the way that Elder Scrolls and Fallout are. I don't want to say yes or no to that because I don't know what that means to you or whoever's going to read that. It's different, but if you sit down and play it, you would recognize it as something we made, if that makes sense. It has our DNA in it. It has things that we like. Howard also added this: but it has a lot of new systems we've been thinking about for a while that fit that kind of game really well. Hey, Bethesda has never made an RPG set in space before, so some differences were bound to be on the cards. So one thing that was really interesting to me was at an E3 2019 chat between Todd Howard and Elon Musk, Howard divulged that space travel in Starfield probably won't be a utopian Star Trek-like ordinary affair. Traveling in space in our game, I want to say it's like flight in the 40s, like it's dangerous, said Howard. It's still dangerous to go and explore, even though lots of people do it. And so Todd Howard, he actually traveled to SpaceX to bring authenticity to Starfield, which I think is really awesome as well. So overall, guys, the things that we know, the major things, right, is that Starfield obviously is going to be set in a futuristic sci-fi setting. We're talking, of course, Bethesda, the ones who make Elder Scrolls as well as Fallout, so it's bound to be something interesting. I just hope that, you know, microtransactions and things of that nature aren't something that really ruin this game, like Fallout 76 just had so much backlash, obviously, for a number of reasons. But hopefully Starfield, they kind of, that being Bethesda, hopefully they learned what they did right, wrong, what they can do different moving forward in their, you know, future titles that come out. Starfield is no different to that. But I think, as this sounds very intriguing, very awesome in my opinion, I'm excited to see more Starfield. I think this could be a very special game for Bethesda, and I think it could be, you know, another, you know, major IP for them that like sees multiple continuations over time if it lands correctly and well. So I'm very excited about it, guys. Everything that we pretty much know so far, it's pretty minimal, but they're pretty far into development, it sounds like. And I would say, guys, that we'll probably get our hands on the game in a couple of years. So, you know, look, 2022 is probably when we'll probably get our hands on it. Should hear more this year or next year, 2021, as to, you know, more information. I'll give you guys more information as it comes out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Starfield. What is it that you guys want to see out of this game? And what are you most anticipated about with it? Let me know what you guys think. And for more Starfield content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.